Today is what is known as Purple Thursday. It's a day of action during Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and it's also the launch of a new Safe Dates program for Nassau County teens, started by County Executive Laura Kern, who joins us live this afternoon to talk a little bit more about it. Executive Kern, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's go ahead and jump into this and talk a little bit about this program, just why it is so important right now.
You know, a lot of violence or even just bullying, controlling behavior, people get into a pattern early in their life, in their early relationships. And as you mentioned at the top, 1 in 4 young people has experienced this sort of thing. And then once, you kind of get into that cycle in your life, you create, you get into these kinds of situations as you go on. So we're partnering with our school districts and through the Safe Center of Long Island to put in a curriculum working with young people, helping them navigate these kinds of issues, how to get out of these relationships, and just giving them tips, what to say, what are the warning signs, and giving advice. Don't put any pictures of yourself that are compromising out there. Sexting, revenge porn, all of these things have potential criminal liability as well.
You said, we're seeing these incidents happening earlier and earlier. So I think it's brilliant that you're starting this program for kids as young as middle school aged. Why do you think it's so important to start at middle school?
Because this is when kids start dating, they start getting into relationships, and we want to make sure that they're self-reliant, that they're strong, and that they don't get trapped into a cycle of violence and of controlling relationship. This can lead to mental health issues. It can lead to substance abuse. So we have this curriculum now in about a little under 10 schools. We have 56 school districts here on Long Island. So we want to make sure that everyone knows about this. We've got great resources for young people. And I think this sad story about Gabby has really put a spotlight on this and has made people aware. It's really opened up the conversation.
Yeah, there's no question about that. A lot of people don't really know the definition, though, oftentimes of what it means. I mean, it can come in very different ways. It could be a passive bullying. It could be a abuse that's verbal or versus physical. Talk about the resources the county initiative includes for teens.
So it's a curriculum, and we talk about the warning signs, talk about phrases that you can use when you see someone is becoming controlling, when you feel uncomfortable, when you need to get out of a situation, giving people the tools. And it's also making those connections with the resources that are out there. And there are a lot of, the curriculum evolves as we get more culturally sensitive. So there's a wonderful program called Shalom Task Force for the Orthodox community, Domestic Harmony for the South Asian community, and of course, the Safe Center serves all of our communities.
This is great because some kids may not have this exposure even in their household. Nassau County Executive Laura Kern, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.